Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Machedo is the best.
Hi there, Machedo. Speaking to you from Machedo.com. Who's Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, the date is, what's the date? It's 27th March 2020. Time right now in Thailand is 11:59. So it's nearly going to be midnight. I just finished a conversation with a quote-unquote undercover journalist who covers the Middle East, okay, especially UAE. Now, I'll first give you the link. Okay, the link is down below. I'll read out the news that is there in Arabian Business Global, after which I will give you the information that was shared to me by this journalist. Okay, like I always tell you, do your own research, form your own opinions, and take everything with a pinch of salt, because, you know, so many things can happen, so many things can change. So without taking any more of your time, let me read out what is given. So this is 27th March 2020 from Arabian Business Global. It says the headlines: Expo 2020 Dubai could be delayed due to coronavirus reports. Okay. The subheading says a possible year-long postponement is one of the number of options expected to be discussed next week. Now, what it says here is Expo 2020 Dubai organizers are expected to discuss a possible opening delay or of up to a year due to the global coronavirus pandemic, according to officials from several of the countries involved. A year-long postponement is one of the several options to be discussed on the conference call next week, and organizers haven't ruled out the scheduled late October start, they said. Any final decision would have to be made by member states of the Paris Bureau, International des Expositions BIE, which awards the event. Now, government officials and business leaders in Dubai have for years touted the showcase event as a potential bonanza for the emirate, as having spent billions of dollars building hotels and facilities in expectations of millions of visitors. But the spread of the virus, the United Arab Emirates, of which Dubai is a part, has shut airports to passenger traffic and urged residents to stay at home after reporting 333 cases, including 2 fatalities. Members of the Expo Steering Committee, representing UAE officials and the foreign countries set to exhibit, will hold a virtual meeting on Monday. 4 foreign officials from countries involved said the options on the table will range from maintaining the current opening date to the delay of several months or a year, even a year, as happened with the Tokyo Olympics. A spokesman for the Expo 2020 Dubai reiterated that organizers continue to closely monitor the global pandemic and are regularly reviewing plans and preparations in line with the guidance from UAE and the international stakeholders. A spokesperson for the BIE said the steering committee would reassess and adjust planned preparations, adding that a change of date requires 2/3 majority vote from its members. Okay, now this is what is stated in the article. Now I'll give you my thoughts based on the information that was given by my contact, the undercover journalist. Okay, now this is what he said. See, the first thing what you need to understand is this event that is being held to attract investors. Okay, they're not holding this to have a circus show. They're not holding this to have a entertainment show. It's not a magic show. It's not just, hey, enjoy, have fun, spend some money. No, this is not for the general public. The event that is being showcased is being showcased to, woo visitors, the investors, to make the investors who have money, high net worth individuals, HNI, for them to feel, wow, UAE is a place where I can invest my money. UAE is a place where I can open a business. UAE is a business hub where I can use Dubai with its infrastructure, with its amazing investment opportunities, facilities, affordable labor, I can use Dubai as a hub and I can expand my business globally. Okay. And Dubai had planned out certain benefits like, let's say, visas, let's say, ease on restrictions, let's say, investing bank accounts, investing, buying property for so many years lease. So they had a lot of perks and benefits in mind. And Dubai really wants to develop UAE as a Middle East hub. And that is where MBS, that is Mohammed bin Salman, was also developing Saudi for 2030, the 2030 vision. So Dubai and Saudi were working closely to develop UAE as a business hub and Saudi as a business hub. So this was the vision. Now, and this is a very good thing because they are thinking 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, 100 years ahead. However, when I put up the first video many years ago, when I stated Expo 2020 will be a financial disaster, will be a disaster. The reason I put it up is because Expo 2020 is a gamble, and it's a gamble that many countries have lost. They come up with these ambitious plans to impress people, but after people come, they participate, they visit the country. Normally, in majority of the cases, nothing happens. In majority of the cases, people come, they view, and they leave. Okay? So my gut feeling was, when I put up the video many years ago, that it's not going to bring about a very big change. And when you calculate the amount of money that they spend versus the money that they anticipate, not the money that will come in, it will come in maybe after 2 years, 3 years, 5 years after Expo 2020. It's always a gamble. And the problem with Dubai, it's always based on your behavior patterns. It's like an Excel sheet. You just look at the behavior pattern of Dubai. Dubai has always tried to show larger than life. We have the biggest tower. We have the biggest shopping mall. We have the largest this. We have the deepest this. We have the world record. So everything was based on superficial. It's more like having a social media account showing, Instagram, I have this Starbucks coffee. Oh, I'm eating this expensive food. Oh, look at my girlfriend. Look at my boyfriend. We are living such a perfect life. They make sure that they use the appropriate filter. They show larger than life. They show a perfect life. However, behind the photograph, behind the facade, the image is the reality. That is why Instagram superstars or Instagram influencers, they've lost that wave. People no longer buy and believe into their bullshit because everyone's trying to show a perfect life, but their lives are not perfect. So in the same way, Dubai, that showed its beautiful skyscrapers, that showed its perfect shopping malls, it showed the perfect life. Many people fell for it. They went to Dubai. But once after landing in Dubai, they realized it's not so glamorous as they show. So having lived in Dubai for 40 years, I myself, I know the reality. They show something online. They show something in the media, on Instagram, like the yachts, the boats, the bikini babes, the nightlife, the party. But it's hardly anything. And Dubai, it's so small. Dubai is so small. Now, this is not me hating on Dubai. It has been successful in the past during the oil boom, during the initial phase. But once you try appearing globally, you are under a lot of scrutiny. A lot of questions will be asked, and globally, they will expect you to comply with global rules. Like before, UAE could bring in Indian, Pakistani, Bangladesh laborers. They could hold on to your passport. This was the norm in UAE. They'll hold your passport. You can't question. You want to open a business, get a local partner. And even though he has not invested any money, nothing, you have to get a partner and you have to give him 51% of everything that you have. So these outdated practices were being questioned. And that is why all these buildings, the tallest buildings, the construction boom and all that, even Qatar, they questioned. The reason why they were able to build all these buildings with so much of profit is because laborers were underpaid. Many of them were not paid their salaries. And many of them, even if they wanted to leave, they could not leave because the passport was held by the sponsor. And today, if you actually look at the global news, especially Bloomberg, you will see that most of the buildings, properties, developments, they have so many questions which are not answered. Case in point, B.R. Shetty. B.R. Shetty, the successful business visionary, great legend of UAE, once he moved into the international markets, everything what he did was questioned. Where did you get the money from? How did you manage to invest in this? Where did you get the loans from? How much is disclosed? How much is not disclosed? Why is it that you purchased this and that? So quite a number of questions were asked. And all of a sudden, B.R. Shetty realized, oh, sheesh, in Dubai, nobody questioned me all this. In UAE, you can take a lot of black money. You can take money that is not accounted for. Go to UAE, nobody will ask you a question. You can invest it and open a business and become legal. However, today, because Dubai has put itself on the global map, everything anybody from UAE does is being questioned. They ask, where did you get this money from? Who gave you this loan? How did suddenly $100,000 appear in your bank account? 1 million, 100 million, from where did it come? So this has made Dubai very unpopular. Now, Dubai by itself doesn't do anything illegal, okay? They are not doing anything illegal. They are doing what has worked in the Middle East, like paying laborers $100 or $200 for a full month, working 7 days a week in the sun. This is considered normal in the Middle East. And it's not that other people did not know. Many people knew this, but because they were not getting jobs in their country, they chose to come to UAE. However, many of them are suffering. And that is why it has now been made public. Those days, Facebook was not there. Instagram was not there. Twitter was not there. Today, any laborer can afford a smartphone. He can share a video of how much he's suffering, that someone has taken his passport. He'll cry. And it becomes a global news. So now what is happening is UAE, which wants to bring in investors for its future, which it's not doing it. The problem is the investors who are from the West, who are from UK, US, who are from Europe, who are from China, none of them can travel. And UAE was doing its best to develop a very positive relationship with Israel, with China, with Russia. All of a sudden, none of these investors can travel. China is under lockdown. They are not letting their citizens go. US now is having the highest number of deaths. They are not letting anyone go. UK, just this headline just came. This is from Business Insider that says the UK lockdown may last up to 6 months. So if you take today being March, April, May, June, July, August, September. October is when Expo 2020 is going to start. So if none of the investors, none of the decision makers, nobody is going to come to UAE, how are they going to run the show? And keep this in mind, any project that is about 10 million, 20 million, 50 million US dollars, the CEO has to be involved of the company. So in Dubai, every project, every pavilion is 10 million and above. So if the CEO cannot travel, if the decision makers cannot travel, how can they host the Expo 2020? What are they going to do? Bring in superstars, bring in entertainers, magic show, visual, and have the general public, the Pathans, Bangladeshis, Sri Lankans, Indians come, hey, magic show here, take one ice cream and look. And no, this is not what they want. And here's a bigger question. Because of the global pandemic, nobody's traveling. When nobody is traveling, are you going to have an empty venue, empty event? Case in point, just simple. Just look at the streets right now, totally empty. Okay, I'll give you a logical scenario, very simple to make you understand this point. Let's say you are a normal guy, having a normal job with your family. You earn a salary every month. You're very happy. Wife is earning. She's earning a salary every month. Children are going to school. Everything is happy. And all of a sudden, one day, you take a loan, you take a credit card, you take a car loan. So life is normal. This is how normal people live. One fine day, The company says, now you don't come to work for 2-3 months. The company tells the wife also, now you don't come to work for 2-3 months. Now you are not getting a salary for 2-3 months. Wife is not getting a salary for 2-3 months. Plus you have to pay the loan. Plus you have to pay the car loan. Plus you have to pay the credit card. Plus you have to, pay children's expenses. Now what do? All of a sudden, all the revenue streams are stopped. All the expenses still continue. Now you will tell me, Loy, but banks are giving you certain benefits or the stimulus package. Excuse me, my dear friend, use your common sense. Canada said, okay, $2,000 will give you cash. You think you can just go up to the government, give me $2,000, thank you very much, and you go back home? Do you think it's as simple as that? India is saying, okay, we are going to give you gas and this and that. What? You're just going to go and they're going to give you cash in hand? And have you even thought about if you're going to go there, you're exposing yourself to other people? Come on, man. Life is not that easy. Money is not growing on trees, okay? And they are talking about $2,000 a month. That's $500 a week. Divided. Do you think a person can survive in a country like Canada, which is so bloody expensive, on $500 a week? You need to think standard of living versus how much money you're getting. It might sound a lot. It's not a lot. Okay. Now, none of the decision makers are going to come. I was telling you now, there is no revenue coming in. You have to pay the bills, and you have so many issues and problems, and over that stress. Now, just imagine after 3 months, finally they get the job back. Okay, they get to start working. Now you have 3 months minus, which you need to pay. Your savings are down. So you will start working to get your life back in order. And the last thing you're going to think about is, oh, let me go and enjoy and have fun. No, you're going to say, let's cut down our expenses. We're not traveling. We're not going on holiday. We need to start saving and get back to normal. So that will take, if 3 months you're not being paid, it will take at least 6 months to cover the 3 months. So more or less 1 year is going to pass only for 3 months. Now, with this global pandemic, we are talking of airlines shutting down. We are talking of companies shutting down. We are talking of banks terminating people. We are talking of governments, letting go of people. We are talking of family members being affected by the sickness. We are talking of schools having so many problems and issues. Man, if you just focus on USA today, United States is having the highest number of sick people. It's talking about at least millions, 20 million or 30 million people out of jobs. 2 or 3 million. I don't know. I don't know the exact figure, but it's a massive number of people that are going to be without a job. Massive. So if these people don't have the money, you think they're going to think of going on a holiday? So what this gentleman who I spoke to, what he said is, Loy, 99%, okay? He spoke to whomsoever, 99%, it's cancelled. The October, this thing is cancelled. They're going to postpone it. And why? Even if Dubai wants to hold it, it seems the international body, they are not going to give the permission to hold it because none of the international members are going to be there. So you don't have international participation. What's the point? That's number one. Second one is, do you think countries are going to allow their citizens to travel abroad, okay, and pose a health risk not only for themselves, also for the people of the country, and then they have to come back home, okay? And then on top of that, if you have Tokyo Olympics, that is postponed, that is cancelled and postponed. You think Expo 2020 will not? Right now, what I want you to do is, don't buy and believe a word I say. Just ask yourself, you're sitting at home right now. You don't know how long this virus is going to last. You don't know if they're ever going to find a cure. You don't know if your job is going to be there or not there. You don't know how you're going to pay your bills. Are you in a mood to think about going for, let's go to Expo, let's have fun, let's go outside? Would you risk your life? Would you risk the health of your family? So if you're not willing to do that, you seriously think these investors, these rich people, high network individuals are thinking, let me travel to a country where the coronavirus is peaking, Iran and the Middle East. Let me go there. You seriously think? As far as I see and as far as my contact has seen, 99.9% it's cancelled. Okay, they're not going to hold it. They're going to postpone it to the next year because they know for a fact none of the investors, none of the high network individuals, none of the people with money are going to come. So if no high network individuals are going to come, nobody's going to invest. And most important reason for this is when you're constructing something that is so expensive, decision makers have to be there. If nobody is traveling, they can't complete this on time. How will you do it? And here's another scoop. The laborers, right now, construction is going as per plan. People are working as per plan. Laborers don't have any rights. They'll put in the media, lockdown, shutdown, whatever. But construction workers are all working. I even got this message from a gentleman who sent it to me that I'll read it out to you, what this person has sent me. He says, "Hello, Loy. I've seen a couple of your videos where you bring up the real scary issues of UAE. I'm not sure if you're already notified about Noon.com and their unhealthy work conditions. They do not stop operating some of the warehouses even when there is corona cases very close by and nearby camps are quarantined. The warehouse staff are scared for their life, but the managers at the comfort of their WFH benefits work. I don't know what is this. Okay. Keep on demanding people to go and work. The sanitizers are diluted with the water to save costs. The same disposable masks are being used for 3 days. Pathetic conditions. This needs to stop. Not sure how heinous acts can be brought to public attention and stop once and for all. Please share your thoughts." I'm sharing with you what I got. I don't know how far it's true. See, this is not me trying to portray UAE as an evil, sinister, deplorable place. I've always told you this, UAE is much better than all, not some, all the countries in the Middle East, okay? UAE is the best. But we need to call things as they are. And these are the challenges that they're facing. Like right now in India, look at India's case, total shutdown. So you seriously think that they're going to have a festival, that people are going to travel? The ones who are going to travel are reckless. They don't give a fuck about their health. Would you risk, if you are a high network individual, would you risk sending your family? So you think about it. So this is the information that I've received with regards to Expo 2020. The unofficial news is it's cancelled, and now they are going to sit down and until further notice, they will decide when it's going to be, when it's going to start or launch all over again. But as far as it shows, like I said, the only other conflicting report that I got is it's going to be a very soft launch, provided the global countries open up the airlines. Now, even Emirates Airlines is shut down. Okay, so if no airplanes are flying, nobody's traveling. Who's going to come? So maybe just to save face, they'll have a very soft launch and keep it as it is. Just observe. That is depending on if the economy is open, if travel is allowed. But if not, they aren't going to risk sick people coming in and then quarantined and then sent back. It's going to be a mess. So it's very unlikely that's going to happen. But that was the only other option, soft launch, and then have the investors slowly come in, increase the dates, increase the duration. But the most probable clause is they have cancelled the October date until further notice. And the only time frame when they're going to decide on the exact date is once the virus is peaked and, it's not going to be in control. They're not going to have any cure for it. But it's like things at least would be a little bit under control. So this is the information that I've received. I share with you things as I get them. Let me know, what do you know? I will share exactly whatever you share with me. Like I said, please do not believe anything I say. I share with you whatever information I've received. You do your research and you form your own opinions. I'm just sharing with you what I receive from other people. This is me signing off for now. Let me know your thoughts. My WhatsApp number, email, everything is there. Take care, guys. Stay safe. Please follow rules. And everyone in UAE and the Middle East, I genuinely hope that this disaster of virus issue gets sorted out, and we can go about our day-to-day lives. Okay, this is me signing off. Take care.